race. My friend, you did it. You did it. You're a winner. What does this moment mean to you?
Life has not been easy right now for the Gaughan family, and thank you to Shane Wilson and Richard Childress. I tried to give this race away 3 times today, and I'm fully embarrassed. I was not focused enough. But man, Richard gives you great Chevrolet stuff, and South Point Casino, join APS.com, Dave Marmarek, who, my own personal little sponsor, takes such good care of me, UNOH. You know, I love my colleges. I got a college on the race car. It's such a great feeling after 10 years, Doc. I'm so happy. I don't know how to tell you.
In between the political disasters our elected leaders lead us into each and every day, there are some still really good stories about what happens here in America every day, inspiring stories about Americans who simply do not have the word surrender in their vocabulary. Now, this one's personal. In the early 00s, I think, if memory serves, I met this confident and somewhat brash young guy who was trying to make his way in the NASCAR Truck Series, basically a starter series for those hoping to one day make the bigger shows. Some success there onto the nationwide series in NASCAR, the step under Sprint Cup. It's where the big guns play. Through 97 starts in that series, not a win. And then this weekend past, number 98, finally a checkered flag at Road America outside Milwaukee, more than a decade and never giving in. That is perseverance. Let's welcome into Midpoint. I swear I'm going to buy him a working computer with Skype. That's the next thing I'm doing. An old friend and now a winner on the nationwide series, Brendan Gaughan, joins us on the show. How you doing, Brendan?
Great. How are you, bud?
Good. Congratulations. There are people, and we're sitting there and we're watching this because I know your story and I know you've been trying for so long. You go 97 races without a win. And we're sitting there going, come on, okay, don't give it away. Don't give it away, Brendan. Brendan, don't give it. And you did. You said this a couple of times. You almost gave this away. That had to be, let's just say, a little nerve-wracking in the cockpit in that race.
It wasn't really nerve-wracking. It's just disheartening. You know, Shane Wilson and all the guys at RCR, we've been putting a lot of effort into these new Chevrolet Camaros that we've been building. And we actually did the fastest lap of the race in the dry. I mean, our 62 South Point Chevy was fast. And we knew how fast it was. We knew it was great all weekend. We knew it, you know. And I right early on, the first one that happened early on was more just I didn't think about how wet the lines would be because of that little bit of sprinkle from earlier. So that caught me off guard and packed the grill up with some, you know, stuff and had to come in. The second one is what really hurt. In the lead, I made another mistake. And, you know, you don't get a chance to make 2 mistakes and still win a race in this sport. You know, it's just too tough. But the rain was the great equalizer, or in my case, it was the great equalizer that made me better than everybody. And you know, Shane and the guys never stopped working, kept going, and we ended up pulling it out in the end. And we were fast, man. Shane was even, you can always tell a lot by Shane's inflection in his voice when he's giving lap times. And we were darn fast in the rain.
What was it like for those 10 years? Because we all think that, don't worry about it, you win a race here and there. But you went 10 years without getting across that finish line. And for somebody who's as competitive as you are, just competitive to be in this sport, that had to be agonizing every single day when another race slipped by and you weren't able to get that win.
Well, you know, there's a few years in there that, you know, it's just this sport is about equipment. It's about the people you have and the equipment. There are some years that, you know, when I owned my own team in the end, it was pretty darn bad. You know, so those were tough times, but you never, if you'd have told me in 2003 that was going to be our last win, you know, for 10 years, there was days that I was thinking it was going to be my last win ever. You know, so I mean, I just never would have thought that back then. So now it feels even better to be this much older, to have that gap to say, oh my God, it does feel this good. It does, you know, and what it's really done is give me a lot more confidence heading into this week in Kentucky. You know, where I felt a little more aggressive behind the wheel. I felt like I could give feedback a little more aggressively, you know, and all the guys in the team feel like, you know, we feel like we're a good race team. We are. And everybody's starting. When you can get people to buy into that thing, that goes a long way in this sport, in any sport. So everybody's pretty excited.
How many times in those 10 years did you have to tell yourself and keep yourself buying into the fact that you could go on and that you could win, and just keep that up? Because there had to be moments there, even if you're a hard competitor like you are, where you just said, what am I doing? I mean, this just doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
There's been a few times that I've been almost past that point. You know, I said it when I came to Richard Childress Racing that I wanted to come here. He gave me 2012 to be here part-time. And I said, I want to come win races or I don't want to be here anymore. And that was what I wanted to do. And in 2012, we ran part-time, and I think I was like 75% top 5. The best season of my career, you know, going, holy crap, we can still do this. So, you know, Richard put us in the trucks last year, and except for 4 mechanical failures last year, we would have been right there for the championship at the end of the year. So fast all year, chances to win races. Didn't win them last year, but chances. And it was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a lot better. Came into the start of the season, we started with a bang, man. Started out at Daytona really good. We were fast. And then we hit kind of a lull where I made a bunch of little mistakes and got caught speeding on pit road a couple races in a row and things that normally weren't me. And it was starting to kind of get to you again. And then you make the mistakes at Road America. And, it's before that win, there were some laps in that race at Road America that I was wishing I could drive the race car back to Charlotte and wouldn't have to see the guys when the race was over because, I screwed up such a fast race car. And then to get it done in that fashion, everything just feels right.
I get about a minute left here, buddy. How do you stay humble? I mean, because you were so humble after that. You've had some tough times. I mean, you've had some tough times family-wise. There have been some difficult things that have happened. So a little age, I guess, makes you a little more humble, doesn't it?
I've been lucky. I got great people in my life, and that's the key. Surround yourself with great people. John Thompson, my basketball coach, my father, and my late grandfather, all great men that were able to teach me a lot of great things.
And I should point that out, too, that you went to Georgetown University, and John Thompson, the head coach there, the former coach, he taught you a lot about perseverance.
Oh, no, Coach Thompson taught me a lot about more than just that.
He did. So, never thought about quitting, right, in all those years? Not once.
Oh, I have thought about it. I have, but it's not in my nature.
Do us a favor, will you? And again, as I pointed out at the beginning of this was personal for me because you and I have met, and I was there when you were just getting started. You were so humble in your acceptance when you got out of the car. It was great to see. I know it's only 1 out of 98 races, but listen, you certainly have a lot of us watching here, and I certainly was watching. Wish you a lot of luck, Brendan, please. I hope I get a chance to see you again somewhere down the road. To you and your family, all the best. And now, all I'm going to tell you is get number 2, will you? No 10 years for number 2. How's that?
I like that. Sounds good to me. Deal.
You got it. Brendan, all the best, my friend. Take care and be safe.
Thanks, Ed. Good talking to you.
All right, buddy. Be good. Brendan Gaughan now races on the NASCAR Nationwide Series. 98 races and finally getting a win. And you think about all the times that you might want to give up. Don't give up. All right. Next hour, what will it take for the Lemmings to realize there is something afoot at the IRS? And coming up right after the break, my answer to those who scream Americans don't care about soccer. It has something for everyone. Because right here every day, Monday through Friday on the Newsmax TV network on Midpoint, we question everything.